to Two Girls One Bong,
the podcast that's better when you're stoned, but it's mediocre if you're not. My name's MacDizzle.
I'm Joya. Let's dive on in.
Let's dive on in. Honestly, truly, can I speak to you from the depths of my heart right now?
Yeah.
I need to
hope.
take a bong rip right, like immediately, post tense. What does post tense mean? Post haste?
What?
You know, like when like old British people are like, "Oh, I need this post haste, post tense." I don't. What is it?
I have never heard that phrase before ever.
Oh my god!
So I don't
you are
know.
not even like close
I'm
to being
so
as British as I am.
I am so uncultured.
Post.
You're just a cosmopolitan queen.
Post haste with greed, with great speed or immediacy.
Okay. Post haste. Is that one word or is that a hyphenated word?
Let me. No.
We're all learning something.
It's an adverb, and it's one word. It looks like toothpaste almost.
Post haste. Okay.
Post haste.
Okay. Post haste. Yeah.
Post haste.
Because haste doing something hastily.
Quickly. Yeah. Post haste. And I said post tense first. What the fuck?
Well, that
means, let's find out if that means something. Post tense. Post tense meaning. People wanted to know. They said no. You meant to say post haste.
Post haste. That's funny.
They said we know what you tried to do, and you were wrong. That's all right. So I'm gonna pack myself a little bully bowl. Exciting things on the horizon for anyone who was unable to get their hands on a MacDizzle bong last time they were available. What? I am redoing them, and they're gonna have some new features to it. I might even do like a taller one. Oh my god,
I know that looks disgusting, but I didn't notice until you said something.
Please entertain them while I go at least change this bong water. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so funny.
BRB.
Okay, it's really funny too.
Moab while I'm gone.
Tell them a story. No, I'm gonna wait for her to get back to talk about that. You go ahead, MacDizzle. I'm gonna wait for her to get back because I actually wrote that down on things that I wanted to talk to her about today. But I'm so excited that she's doing more MacDizzle bongs. They were like fucking very limited the last time, so I'm super excited that there's gonna be people who didn't get to have one that get to have one. Freaking awesome! And I can't wait for her to tell us about the new features because she said there's new features coming on.
It's still dirty.
No, it looks so much better now. It's also so funny how you don't realize how dirty your water is until you have someone at your house or you show someone and then you're like, oh my god, that's disgusting.
Because when I'm hitting my bong, I just I don't even look. I just grab it, put it in my lap, smoke the bowl. You know?
Yeah, you're not like inspecting. This only has half water because I poured the other half in a plant that's in here yesterday.
Look at how clean it is, though.
Oh, this is my podcast bong. I use this once a week when we podcast.
This was dirty when I grabbed it. So it's just gotten dirtier since I've used it.
Yeah.
But as I was saying,
tell us about the new features.
So I'm thinking about doing some, you know how people do the sandblast, which there's a sandblasted part on this bong. It shows the little Empire logo. I was thinking about doing a sandblast on the bottom. I want to change up the font of the MacDizzle a little bit and maybe do a cool design around the neck.
Okay.
And then possibly include a larger version. And then I was thinking about putting some paw prints sandblasted right here near the downstem.
That's cute, like puppy paw prints.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna do a pink version.
So cute, pink.
So because this one was
pink on the top.
It was it had a blue downstem. This is one of the older bongs, so this was a test beta version. But we had a whole bunch of them go out that had the blue top. I'm sorry if you're not watching this and you can't see me holding up my bong and showing you're missing out. Go to WeedTube. But it was blue on the top and then it had a blue downstem as well. And I'm going to be doing one that has pink on the top with a pink downstem.
Cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those. That's awesome. Hell yeah, brother. That's one of the sturdiest bongs that I have also, by the way.
You got me this.
Oh, I did, from Barcelona. Anytime I'm anywhere, I'm like something with rainbows on it. There you go.
Mac, get it
MacDizzle.
right now.
Well, I didn't tell a story about Moab. I was just talking about how excited I am to see your or for the new glass to come out.
No,
but I did write on my list of things to mention to you today, the bartender from Moab.
Let me tell the story about the rude guy I sat next to. Also, I didn't even tell you guys about it. The guy that was sitting next to at the bar that Aaron was talking to first, they were like chopping it up. It was like an older guy, and I sat down because I was trying to get the waitresses or the bartender's attention or whatever, and he was like, "So where are you from?" And at first I was just like, "California," and I didn't say anything else. But then I felt kind of rude, so I was like,
"Yeah."
And where are you from?
Yeah, right. Feeling obligated. Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm from here. I just like to know where everybody's from." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Great." And then you remember that little dog that the people brought in that started barking because the owner walked away. Yeah, the owner walked away from it, and so it was like in a little bit of a panic because it was a small dog being left at a public place. And he got annoyed with it. He said, "That goddamn yapper dog. Why do people bring those?" I don't know why I'm giving him this accent. He did not have an accent.
No, he probably had a little bit. He probably had a little bit of something.
It was not Southern. It might have been Midwestern, but it's not the Southern thing I'm putting on.
Yeah.
But he was like, "That goddamn yappy dog. Why do people bring those types of dogs here?" And I was like, "Aw, I mean, it's not the dog's fault." Yeah, wrong person to be fucking complaining about animals too, first of all. I was like, "Oh, it's not the dog's fault. You know, the owner walked away. It got tied up. It's probably just a little anxious. Once the owner comes back, he'll be fine." And he's kind of like muttered under his breath, like, I don't understand why people bring those types of yippy dogs places. And I was just like, "Oh, well, you know, I love all dogs. I got 5 of them, so you know, I love all of them." And he was like, "Glad I'm not your neighbor." And I paused for a second. No, literally, I paused for a second. I was like, "You know what? Me too. My neighbors are really nice." And then we didn't say anything else to each other.
Oh my god, bro. That is fucking rude.
What a fucking rude thing to say to somebody. Like, you don't know anything about me.
Exactly. And like,
or
that's
my situation.
Off of what if you go and you make all your neighbors dinner every single night and you drop it off on their doorstep and you take all of your neighbors' trash out every day and you do all of these nice things. Like, he doesn't know that.
Wanted to start lying to him. I just want to start lying like, "Well, it's a good thing I live on a multi-acre estate on my own and I don't have to worry about neighbors." But yeah, I don't. I live in the suburbs of Long Beach. But my neighbors are all very nice, and none of them have ever complained to me about my dogs. Not once. My dogs have gotten outside and they wrangle them and get them back into the house for me.
Yeah.
Like, my neighbors are dope. I would hate to have that man as a neighbor because guess what? We'd be dealing with problems together.
Right. He said, "I'm so glad."
Like, I don't think that was the flex he thought it was. Like, "Oh,
no.
are you like the fucking primo neighbor to have guy? Do people fight over who gets to live next to you?"
Because you sound like you fucking suck.
You. So that's how my night started. So I was already irritated when the bartender thing happened. So I think you should talk about what happened with the bartender. Because I'm still mad. I'm still mad. I'm gonna speak ill of this woman.
Well, yeah, I'm still mad too. She's a fucking cunt. But let's take a bong rip first.
I'm still packing it, so you go ahead.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Well, actually, shit. I lit my wig.
I'm gonna be done in like 5 seconds.
Oh, hurry up.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, cheers, bitch. Ooh, okay. Okay, I have to get my dogs. I have to stop them before they start because once they start, it's gonna be so fucking loud in here.
Are they playing?
They're doing this thing where they start by just very gently on each other.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So and then it escalates to freaking them wrestling all over the room.
Preamble.
Yeah. So MacDizzle, this is from where I started. MacDizzle went up to the bar to get our drinks and our food. She went up and she was starving. So she's like, I'm just going to go get fucking food and drinks immediately. I'm so hungry. I'm just going to take care of it. So she had been sitting up there for probably
At least
8 to
15
10 minutes. Well, before I ever went up there.
Yeah,
You were
okay.
sitting up there for a long time alone. And I was like, it is taking kind of a long time. But Seth and Army, our friends, went and got their food. I think they went to a different part of the bar, went inside.
No, they
versus
didn't.
stand-
I was sitting.
They
I
went
was
to the
standing
same-
right next to Seth. She
Oh my
took his
God.
order. I was standing right next to him
Okay.
when that whole thing happened.
Okay.
She treats the men differently. She
So,
doesn't know
yes.
if they're straight or not, but she's gonna be nice.
Yeah. So Mackenzie had been waiting for so long. I went up there and we waited for another 5 minutes because she was like, she's not paying attention to me. She's not asking me if I need anything. Nothing. Sit down. Sit.
So Miss Assertive Joya here.
So I'm like, Mackenzie's really cranky. She's very hungry. And so I was like, okay, is she really ignoring you? Or are you just cranky and she's not moving fast enough for you kind of thing? You know what I mean? So I'm standing there and within like a minute and a half, I can tell this woman is not fucking paying attention to us. Like she is like literally like, and she knows that we're there. First of all, Mackenzie has bright pink hair. Can't miss her. Standing at your bar, there's only one person with pink hair, two-toned pink hair at that. You see us. And she saw you way before I went over there. So I could tell very quickly that, yeah, she was definitely completely ignoring us. And then I had said, excuse me, and she ignored me then. I had said something like, excuse me, and she ignored me, didn't say anything. And then I turned to you and was like, oh my God, it's really real. She is completely fucking pretending like we don't exist. And eventually I think I was able to like wrangle her down. But yeah, so she is, not only was she like, she's ignoring our existence, but she also was like taking people's orders and making their drinks. Like beef and like taking their orders, putting their order in, doing all of that before even like looking at us. When I'm like, you could have ordered or gotten our drink order, made our drinks at the same time as you're making those people's drinks. What the fuck is going on?
Exactly. And the way that she wrote our order down, she had like a piece of receipt paper. She did not look up at us at a single moment. Did not look up.
Yes.
Just fucking wrote the thing down the whole fucking time.
To be fair, I was definitely in I wasn't giving her my nice tone of voice at that time. I was in my, yeah, take our fucking order, you bitch mode. And so I'm sure she was feeling that. Both of us were upset. So I'm sure she was feeling that from us. But yeah, she was not. It was like so rude. Like, and she was like writing it like a fucking like a chicken scratch, like a doctor. Yes, like just like so. Just
like I saw her that she did not write down the drink that I ordered. So I was like, did you get the mojito?
Because,
and she was like, yeah, I got it.
And then I saw her do the same thing because I said I ordered for both of us. Like I was like a margarita and a mojito, and this is what we want to eat because we were trying to get it done so that we could put our fucking order in. And yeah, I said a margarita and a mojito, and she didn't write down mojito. And so Mackenzie clarified with her, did you get the mojito? And she said yes, and then wrote down mojito. So we know she wasn't even fully paying fucking attention. And then, so some time goes by. She doesn't make our drinks. So we ordered our drinks and ordered our food at the same time. She
paid for it.
Then no, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we hadn't paid for it yet. But so we ordered it, assuming it was put in.
Because that's what happens when you give someone an order. You assume they put it in.
At least in the next few minutes or so. But no, she goes on to serve some of the, I assume they're probably patrons at the bar, but she goes on to serve them. She gets their drink orders. This is what I'm thinking of. She gets their drinks.
Aaron and Ryan went and got their drinks and food ordered from her. And everybody at the table got their food and drinks before us, even though Aaron ordered after us.
Well, no, I'm talking about too. Right after we ordered, I'm expecting her to get to making our drinks. And then she goes and takes other people's orders, makes their drinks, gets their beer, pours their beer, whatever. And then probably another 5-7 minutes goes by, and I see there's somebody in there that looks like a manager. So I'm like, okay, now that's who I need to talk to. So I said to
Forget
her,
how much worse this gets.
yes, I'm like, excuse me, like really trying to get the manager's attention. And she doesn't say anything at first. Then 30 seconds later, she comes back and is like, hey, what can I get you guys? I'm like, we haven't gotten our drinks. Everybody else has gotten their drinks. And this
their
is
whole
like,
meal.
I'm expecting
their food too.
Right. I'm expecting at the very least our drinks to come out quickly because we had been waiting for so long. So I'm like, yeah, everyone else has gotten their drinks. Can we get our drinks? And she's like, okay, yeah, I can bring it out to you. What did you have? So she's helpful at this point, the manager. And I was fully planning on bitching to this manager like later because it was so blatant. It was not they were understaffed and overworked. Like it was blatant. You're ignoring us because all of us, pretty much everybody in our group,
attention to the only two.
Exactly.
It was we were the only two women at the bar.
Exactly. And like everybody in our group has worked in the service industry before. You know what it looks like when a server or a bartender is fucking stressed. And this bitch was not stressed. Yes. Like you know what that looks like. And when it's really busy, and was there people at every seat at the bar? Yes. Was it packed? No, it was not packed. So I just can't, because there was a guy that was there that was like, oh, I come here all the time. They're just really busy and understaffed. And I just didn't say anything. I just kind of gave him a little and didn't say anything because I was like, I know what that looks like. And I wouldn't be a fucking bitch if it was. If that was the case. This girl literally is pretending like we aren't standing right here. And so, yeah, so we finally get our drinks because the manager made them. She brings them out and I'm thinking she's like on our team now. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like as long as somebody's taking care of us. And then our friends had already gotten their food, and their food, the first people who ordered the food came out really fast. So we were like, oh my God. And then our friends, Aaron and his partner who ordered after us, then get their food immediately within probably 3 minutes. Would you say it was like that?
It was so fast. Like the food was coming out quickly. I knew the food was not taking a long time to cook because I saw how quickly it came out for two people at our table.
Totally.
And then people who sat down at the bar after us were getting their drinks and food. And that's when I was like, this is fucking suspect.
Yes. And dude, yeah, poor MacDizzle was so hungry. And she was like,
hangry.
Hangry, right. She was like, and rightfully so upset. Like we were being, it was not right. So, then I got up and went back into the bar, kind of hovered a little bit for a minute or two. And then I had to ask a food runner about our food. I asked a food runner, not the bartender, because I couldn't get her fucking attention because she wouldn't look in my direction. I asked the food runner, what about a number 69 is what we had. 69.
You said, huh?
That's what we had. And she was like, 69. Okay, let me go check on it. And so then she went to the bartender. And I could see anybody who's ever been a server too knows the look on a face when you forgot something. So she didn't fucking pay attention to us. She didn't make our drinks as quickly as she did everyone else's. And then she forgot to put
She didn't make our drinks at all.
At all, right. The manager did, right. So, yeah. So then eventually our fucking food comes out. And this is why I was like, oh my God, I am ready to like bitch to this fucking manager about this experience. Cause this is like totally uncalled for. Like they're not that fucking busy.
Like I don't mind slow service.
Exactly.
But when I see other people receiving fast service at my table, I'm gonna have a problem.
Or right here at the bar, right in front of me, when I can see
when I see all of these men being treated better than me, these old fucking men, I have a problem.
Which is also just a horrible, horrible, horrible loss on her part because
we tip so fucking good.
Mackenzie's better than I I'm the best tipper that I know besides MacDizzle.
20% minimum.
If you do a horrible job, it's
bad
20%.
Service, you get 20%.
But not if you're not on purpose. On purpose is like you fucking like you did that on purpose, you stupid bitch. So anyway,
I tipped her anything. She didn't deserve a tip.
Right. Well,
think about what you've done.
There's a whole second leg to this story because
I wasn't here for this. I left. I was so mad. I ate like
So,
half my
yeah.
food, and I was like,
Yeah,
Joya,
you were
you're gonna have
so
to pay
over
for
it.
this. I'm gonna go wait in the car. I'm fucking
Yeah,
done. I hate this
you were.
place. I never want to come
Yeah.
back.
Well, before you left, even while you were eating your food. So yeah, like I mentioned the manager who I thought was like our friend on our side, whatever. So I was ready to just let her know you guys are paying for this. We're not paying for this. She comes out at some point after we got our food. So we were taken care of relatively, however you want to put that. She came out and she's like, I don't know how she got comfortable with us, but she did. And
Because she was drunk.
she confides in us that she is wasted, that she had 3 drinks, which is not fucking
After the
accurate.
first 10.
She was wasted. I've never looked like that after 3 drinks. And yeah. So she was fucking really drunk. I didn't notice at first because I guess maybe because we didn't fucking know her. But when she got closer to us and you could see her eyes.
Do you remember somebody was yelling when we first walked in? And somebody was like, "Oh, that girl sounds mean." Do you remember that?
I do remember somebody yelling. It was her?
It was her. She was standing at some table just shooting the shit with some guys, like taking shots with them. I thought she was with them. And then when I saw her behind the bar later, I was like, what kind of establishment is this?
Oh my God.
Because she was sitting at their table having drinks.
Well, I bet her husband wouldn't have appreciated that very much because then so that's what I was going to say. So towards the beginning, before Mackenzie went to the car, this manager comes to our table and MacDizzle is sitting in the closest chair to the restaurant. We were outside. And so Mackenzie's in the closest chair to the restaurant. So she comes and she's like leaning on your chair. Do you remember that? She's like putting her she's leaning over your chair. And if there's one thing about MacDizzle, don't get in her fucking personal space, especially when she's not freaking like already so dissatisfied with this fucking place. Like we were all upset, but I saw her like leaning on your chair and I was like, oh God, oh no, lady, oh no. And you weren't, I mean, you weren't rude or anything. You didn't say anything at all, but you kind of like sat up.
I was like, what the
to just
fuck
kind
is
of
going
move
on
yourself
here?
into her, like, because it's not like a hand on the chair in the back situation. Yeah. She was like leaning over your chair. She was like hovering.
It was encroaching in my personal space.
Completely, like past the point of like, she was in your space. She was leaning on you with 2 hands on your chair, leaning over you. I was just in my head like, girl, that's the wrong person to be leaning all the way over right now. That is not smart.
If there's one person who might
in
hit
this
you
group,
here,
truly.
It's Mac.
And like, I was just like, that is really nice. And especially anybody dealing with fucking super drunk people when you're sober is the most annoying fucking thing ever. So,
and I was so hungry.
Yeah. You were so hungry. You were just dying. So, yeah. So then she's leaning over and I see you kind of like sit up and like push your elbows back, like get out of my fucking space, bitch, but not in a mean way. And then I see her stand up. Like, she's like, okay, I shouldn't be leaning over this person. She comes over to the other side of our table and she is talking. So yeah, she gets comfortable with us because she's wasted, like you said. And she's like, you fucking assholes need anything else while I'm fucking out here? Like, doing this like really obnoxious like voice. And then
do you have the video from Army?
I do have the video. So let me see. And this is before. So at this point, she's really just like the drunk manager, like kind of just being an idiot. Just but none of us were like mad at her because she had like taken care of our problems.
Besides us, you know?
Exactly. So this video, so then so she starts talking in this like this kind of voice like this, like to be funny. And it was really funny, mostly because she was a stranger and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? But she definitely, it was like
she was not getting the vibe.
No,
she was not reading the vibe of the group. We were all like, just like, no.
I mean, I definitely, like, me and Army were laughing at her. And so she was like feeding off of that. But I'm trying to find the freaking video right now. Okay, here it is. So all you have to do is listen. Who needs right now? I'm gonna leave. That's her laugh too. She's like, ha 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 ha. Wait.
Yeah, where have you been?
Did you hear the last one? Just let me know what you need. So it was like really funny because it was like, what the literal fuck is going on? But also like so unprofessional. And then shortly after that video was taken, she has her finger out like this. And I had ordered pimento cheese. It's like a little appetizer. And basically pimento cheese is like a cheese mixed with fucking cream cheese or something. I don't know, but it comes out in a little ball, like an ice cream scoop. And so there's 2 scoops of this on the plate. And she has her finger out, her index finger out like this, and she's like pointing to it, and she goes this close. She goes within millimeters of this pimento cheese and says,
less like than half an inch away. She's like
literally so
inches
close.
away.
She was about to touch it. And she goes, "What the fuck is that? What is that?" And she's like about to touch this fucking food that's on our table. And that's when I was like, okay, whoa, that is like literally food handling #1. Never touch anyone's food. Yeah. Wait, you weren't there for this when she was going to touch the food?
I was there for the cheese. I was not there for the voice, so I think the cheese happened before?
Oh my God, really? Oh my God. This bitch is fucking wasted. Well, now I feel silly for laughing at her after, because I don't know why she was doing I know why she was doing it. It was because we thought it was hilarious. So she was just continuing on to do it. But I was like, literally, what the fuck is going on right now?
None of this was funny at the time to me. At the time, none of this was funny to me, but it's all very hilarious now.
Yeah, dude. One of the guys in our group was like,
I was gonna clip again.
Yeah. He was like, I was gonna slap her hand if she touched the freaking food.
No need right now.
All right, then I'm gonna leave.
Honestly, I wish we had it all the time. Yeah, where have you been? Just let me know what you need.
Bro. Just let me know what you need. Seth did, thank God. Bro. So to circle back, I was totally planning on Karening the fuck out of that situation and being like, give us our food and drinks for free because fuck you. And then when we all discovered that the manager was fucking not just drunk, like wasted, like so drunk. And then she starts talking about her husband and she's like, my husband is so mad at me because I'm drinking and I'm at work. She said something like somebody called out, like, I don't know, making excuses. Sounds like you have a fucking alcoholism problem, queen. But then she's saying how her husband my husband always gets jealous when I drink at work. And I'm like, oh yeah, it sounds like, and she's like, my husband, yeah, you know how husbands are. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know. No. And she's like, psycho and jealous. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you are not talking about your marriage to me right now, are you? A stranger who you don't know.
A stranger.
Extremely unprofessional with this entire time. So anyway,
I'm your customer, not even a stranger at this point. I am a fucking customer, and you're talking to me about your marriage.
So yeah, she was fucking wasted, and I ultimately was like, I'm not going to try to reason with this person, because a reasonable manager would have been like, yeah, wow, you didn't get your drinks, you didn't get your food, nobody paid attention to you, we'll comp some of your food. But
like at least the drinks at something.
Exactly, something, right? So, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just go.
Good. That felt cathartic to get that out. Nice.
Good. She doesn't care. Okay, so anyway, MacDizzle, what were you gonna say?
Somebody wanted us to touch on the drag queen and
ban in Texas.
Yeah. You got lots of hot stuff happening. They're trying to secede. That's not gonna happen. They try to do that every
Also,
year.
there is literally an amendment in the Constitution that says
It says you
Texas
can't do that.
literally cannot secede. Like, you just can't.
They said specifically Texas
Well,
cannot secede.
Texas has been talking about secession for we can. Oh, we're
'Cause they
oh my god,
seceded
we're
from
rolling.
Mexico. Oh shit! Hey guys,
What?
that's actually it was good stuff. Hey, we're back.
I know. I was gonna say.
So we're
So-
talking about the drag queen ban. I was talking about
Yeah, so
we
this
should
is-
talk about this. So let's just dive on
Yes.
in. So what you were
Yeah.
saying about Texas?
Secession. Well, so to circle it back to the drag queen thing, they're trying to make it illegal for kids to attend drag shows. So they're not trying to make drag shows illegal or whatever, but they're
Yeah,
trying to make it
yeah.
illegal for kids to attend.
And
Which is
on a
also it's
certain
one
note-
senator. Go ahead.
You can finish what your.
I was just
your
gonna say it's
thought.
literally one guy, one Texas senator, not even a federal senator. He's not even like a U.S. senator. He's just a Texas senator of one tiny little fucking part. It's not tiny. I mean, it's like in the northern Houston area, but he's just one person, and he decided to draft this thing up, which we should still pay attention to what people are doing. But he's just one. He's one guy just trying to freaking.
All right.
Like, we don't know if that's ever gonna really make it, kind of thing. But what were you gonna say?
On a certain note, as an adult, do I love seeing kids at drag shows? No. But I also believe that's your personal right if you want to bring your kid there.
Well,
Like if you're personally allowed to walk around with a gun, you should be personally allowed to bring your child to a
Period.
fucking drag show.
and also like there are like if there's gonna be kids at a
Child-friendly
drag
ones.
show, exactly, like they weren't like twerking, spreading open their assholes and fucking jiggling their titties around. Like
yeah,
they were like
the
dancing.
drag shows I go to,
Yeah, are
I've been to drag
raunchy.
shows at Hamburger Mary's. No, the ones at Hamburger Mary's, I feel like kids could be there. It's a little adult content. It's a little PG-13, maybe a little bit rated R. But how many fucking kids do you know that were watching rated
Watch
R movies growing
movies.
up? Plenty. So
So-
many. So
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
at the
just-
same, I just went to one over the weekend, and I definitely would have it wasn't a place for kids. Like the queen was talking about, which also
it was like
has no, literally, she was like, it was like full on cock, pussy, bussy. Like there was like a twerking contest.
I've seen some like that too.
She picked 4 guys and 4 girls, and the 4 girls had to like twerk and dance or whatever, and then the 4 guys had to seduce her without touching her. One of our I was with like a couple, and the boyfriend got chosen to seduce the drag queen without touching her. So anyway, but yeah, it was like not
How
a
did
place for
that
kids.
go?
He didn't win. He's like a bodybuilder, and so he was doing
Was
like
it
these
at night?
bodybuilder. No, it was brunch.
Okay.
Yeah. So a girl won, a lesbian who was fucking rocking it. She was giving it her all, and she deserved to win. And then the guy who came in second place was this older dude who like took his pants off, kept his boxers on, but took his pants off. And I didn't see this because I wasn't in front of him. I was behind him, but apparently his dick was flopping around everywhere. Not his bare dick, in the pants, in the boxers.
But like in the pants.
But everybody that saw it said that it was like flying
Oh
around.
my.
And the queen was
Oh,
calling him
my.
she was calling him Vin Diesel because he was bald. And so the whole rest of the day we were talking about Vin Diesel. But I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't see that from the front, because I would like not I don't know, dude. I'm sure everybody was thinking about it later. But what was I going to tell you? Yeah, I was just saying that it wasn't a place for kids, but I'm sure that drag is an art. It's a form of expression. And you can take pretty much any type of art, any type of expression, and make it kid friendly. Like I feel like there's not very many things besides porn. Maybe can't make porn kid friendly, but other than that, they fucking have extremely violent video games where you murder people. So
I don't ever think it should be a fucking law that you can't bring kids places. I
Yeah.
think that's stupid. I think that's ignorant, and I think you are feeding into some weird shit where you think kids are like gonna be indoctrinated because they see this. Like it's weird. It's
when
weird.
they're
It's
already
getting weird.
they're being indoctrinated by these people and their beliefs.
Yeah.
So both
But on that
you and I were
note-
both
on that note-
indoctrinated by religious stuff. Yeah.
Yes, but on that note, if you are a person who brings your children to like drag shows, be prepared. Okay. And B, also understand that you might be changing the dynamic of the performance when your presence is there. Artists might not feel like they're able to do the things that they want to do because there's more kids there. You
Which is
know?
why I feel like it should just be a kid-friendly drag show or not, which is what the one in Dallas was, or like Fort Worth or wherever it was. It was like a kid
Okay.
friend, like it was like known that kids were going to be there. It was
Oh,
like a
so it was
charity
like
event or
specific. It
something.
was specifically advertised as that.
Which the
Okay.
one thing
And
that
that's
about
great.
that place that was really a total valid argument, in my opinion, on the side of those Republican people is that there was that big neon sign on the wall that said, "I licked it, so it's mine." And so that's a very sexual, I mean,
First,
like there were going to be kids in there asking what that meant. And so I can understand why maybe they should have covered that up with something. What?
a donut. I licked the donut, so it's mine. I licked the pancake, so it's mine. Like, what are you talking about? And also, that neon sign is super popular. It is a
I
very
know it
common sign, and I've
is.
seen it like 100 different
And
times.
it has a major sexual connotation. So I'm not surprised that people were like, what is that? Like, why have that sign lit up in front of these kids? They could have easily put something over it. I'm just, that's something that doesn't surprise me, that people being like, that sign is totally inappropriate. Because I think when I was a kid, I definitely like, because there's some kids who would be like, oh, they're talking about a piece of food. But it's like,
Well, like, even if your kid asks, I feel like it's very easy to just be like, oh, they're talking about food. Like, what do you mean? Doobie, stop that. Doobie licked my
yeah,
couch. It is not his. Stop doing
well, that's debatable.
it.
That's what Remy would say about Cash. She would say, I licked it, so it's mine. You belong to me, peasant.
Look at that puddle.
Oh,
Look at that
I
puddle
can't.
he
Oh, I
created.
do see it. I see it. Fucking asshole. I have
And
those all
he's
over my
creating a
damn
new one
couch.
on the wall now.
You asshole doobie. But
right.
yeah, you should be able to. That's the thing. We have this like weird, like there is this wave of quote parental rights. And I think actually you probably would have seen it on Moshe's story. This wonderful news Instagram that Mackenzie and I both follow that everyone should, at Moshe. Mosh, Mosheh.
Mosheh.
Yes. Mosh.
Moshe.
So he was talking, he had like a day where he was getting opinions from teachers. Basically, there's this huge wave of parental rights where that's where people are banning these books in fucking libraries and getting teachers fired for teaching certain curriculum because it's my right for you to not do that to my child. So
it's your right to homeschool your kid.
Right, exactly. If you want to control every piece of information that goes into your kid's mind, then keep them in the house forever, you fucking weirdo. That's how people grow.
Weirdos.
So and oh god, I just remember that. Do you remember that clip that the woman, it's a school administrator and she's in Texas because that's where they're dealing with these book ban things, and she's like, it's the administrator, and she's like, if there's a book about the Holocaust, we have to make sure that there is a book with the opposing view as well. And the entire room gasps and is like, how do you have an opposing view of the Holocaust, of the worst?
So we're gonna read Mein Kampf?
Right, exactly. That's what, and people are like, no, that's insane. So there's, with this wave of parental rights, it's like so many other people, teachers' rights are being taken away, and kids are being programmed to, they are being indoctrinated, where these people are saying, you're indoctrinating our kids to be gay or whatever. First of all, it doesn't fucking work like that. Second of all, your kids have been indoctrinated from the moment they were fucking born because they live with you psychopath. So I forget what I was saying. Okay, so that's what Moshe was talking to, posting responses from teachers, and they were saying how because of this wave of parental rights, there's a huge number of people, like litigious parents, that threaten to sue for everything. So there are kids who get in trouble at school, and because the teachers, the administrators are scared of being sued, the kids are not being punished or being reprimanded. Like they're not getting detention. They're not getting Saturday school. They're not getting suspended. They're not getting expelled. They're not. So there was I read a response from a teacher that was like, a kid was literally jacking off in class, like watching porn touching himself in class, like a 13-year-old. He got sent to the principal's office and they sent his ass back. They sent him back to class 20 minutes later. And they were talking about it because they're talking about the kid in Michigan. The most recent the school, it was a school shooting that happened recently where the kid went back. He was sent back to class after he was supposed to go home, and his parents said, no, we don't want to take him home. He needs to stay here. And then he killed a bunch of kids at school.
Yes.
So that was where the big
they were talking about
conversation.
prosecuting the parents for that.
That I think they still are. Yeah. Because that kid was not old enough to
As
have a
they
gun.
should.
Yeah. Right. And that's what they're also saying with the school shootings and such. Like, if they start prosecuting the parents, it's going to, I think a lot of people are going to be more conscious of
children's behavior.
Yeah. And how they store their weapons, and,
Yeah.
you know, and they will be more aware of their children's behavior, I think. I hope, anyway.
Or hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, some people just shouldn't have fucking kids, bro.
Truly.
Plain and simple. I think there should be a test to become a parent, and it shouldn't be that easy.
No. No, it shouldn't.
Like,
Especially, I just saw, it was like there's somebody posted about a Reddit thread that was like regretful parents or something like that. And they're being transparent. Like, I had a kid or had children when I wasn't 100% sure that that's what I wanted. And I know that I didn't do as well as somebody who maybe fully wanted children.
Kids.
Yeah. So yeah, it's fucking sad. There are lots of people who should never have had children for many, many reasons. Don't pass those fucking genes on into this world. Those psycho fucking asshole, apathetic fucking, just like, it's so, yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. So.
It's hard out here for a pimp, you know?
Yeah, I do know.
But on that note, anyone who tries to ban children from seeing drag you're fighting a battle that you're not going to win, first and foremost, because RuPaul's Drag Race, welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Girl.
One of the top shows in the world. Like, what's good?
Yes.
Emmys,
like,
baby.
Yeah.
Emmys.
So, yeah, dude. I just think
Annie.
that's something that is so, like, you are wasting your fucking time, your energy, your constituents' tax dollars.
People are dying.
Truly, literally. We have huge problems in this country, and drag queens are not fucking one of them. Okay, also, what I want to say something funny that that just reminded me of. So, have you seen how people were like, I'd rather leave my kid with a drag queen than with a pastor or a preacher or a priest? Like, I would be more comfortable leaving my kid with a drag queen. And I, in my head, was like, it's funny because I bet there's going to be a lot of drag queens who are like, I don't fucking want to be anywhere near your kid. Like,
yeah, literally, I fucking
I don't
hate
want
kids.
Your kid.
I'm not gonna. Literally.
Yeah, Trixie tweeted something like, "Girl, I don't want your fucking kids." Like, somebody had responded to her and been like, "Stay away from our kids," and she was like, "I don't want to be anywhere near your kids." And I think Bob the drag queen said the same thing. Don't leave your kids with me. I don't fucking want them. But
literally,
so, I would also leave my kids.
It's not
with
like drag queens are sitting here. Yeah, literally. But it's also not like drag queens are sitting here like, bring your kids here, guys. We want you here.
No.
It was a kid-friendly event. It was like a whole charity thing. Like,
yeah. No, they definitely yeah, that was planned for children. That wasn't just like some people brought. And also, a lot of drag shows are at bars. You can't fucking take kids to bars. So
you can't.
Is that really something we want to be using our fucking time and money on? Is banning kids
writing
from drag
into
shows?
Law?
Like, girl, please.
Writing that into law.
So,
that man spent time writing that. That man spent time. What is his salary? What's his name? Find out.
Very low. Very low. His salary is like $11,000 or something. but I'm sure he gets lots of other money. Yeah, it's like extremely low. When I looked on like texasrepresentatives.com or something like that.
So where do
It's
they get their
super.
money from?
Well, so he has to, I don't know if that's correct. I'm pretty sure it was a .org or a .gov thingy, but like a website, but I'm just going to Google. Okay, so he's a state representative, Bryan Slaton. Bryan Slaton salary. Oh, this is $7,200 per year. So he's in the House. He's not in the Senate. He's in the Texas House. But yeah, I don't know how. So yeah, how do these people
Do they probably just have regular jobs then? He's probably like a fucking
he probably owns a business. He probably owns a fucking business.
or like
I bet.
yeah.
I bet you he owns a fucking
Business
business.
owners get voted into that shit all the time.
Especially in Texas where they just love money.
All right. Well, I can't get too mad about him wasting tax dollars, but he did waste his own time. So
Well, it's not only his salary that's getting paid. It's the people that work under him. It's the fucking lights in his office. It's his fucking internet bill. Like, I just
Jane, Doobie.
What are they doing?
They're licking my couch. I don't know what it is about this couch that's so Doobie.
Hey, somebody might have spilled something on there. It might taste good.
No, it's been like this. It's been like this since I got it. They just
they've been licking it. Oh my god, also something that I wrote down to mention to you. Okay, this is so random, but I just saw her name on Twitter. What?
They're licking two different areas.
So it's yeah,
like she's licking that corner, he's licking that corner.
Maybe Rajul, unbeknownst to you, sprayed the entire thing with fish oil. With like a spray bottle.
Probably. That makes sense. That sounds like him.
He's like, let me just mess with her and see if she'll. That would be all 5 of the dogs would be on it all day, forever, until it was completely disintegrated. If there was fish oil on it. But okay, the name Tia Coffee. Tia Coffee. Would you like a Tia Coffee?
Yeah.
Tea or coffee?
You're just now putting that together?
Yes, you already knew that?
Yes. I grew up with British kids, though. Like, I went to school with a bunch of British kids.
Oh, because that's where they learned English. Oh, they're literally British.
No. Like, in 6th grade, it was, like, the English-speaking school in... Stop, Doobie.
Was British.
It was the English-speaking school that I went to. So it was, like, half of the kids were, like, local Arab kids, and then the other half were just, like, from, like, Sweden,
British. Oh, okay.
UK, Australia,
Dude,
just, like, a bunch of different places.
When I went to Europe, when I was, like, in high school with my sister-in-law, we met one of her, like, friends that lived there, and he was French. So he was speaking French accent, French everything. But then when he would speak English, he spoke with a British accent because that's where he learned English. And I, as a 17-year-old, thought it was just hilarious because already British accents are
hilarious.
Funny. Yeah, British accents are funny. Yeah, and but so then he was like
British accent
in French, and then he just goes, "Yeah, hello, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh." No, I thought you were gonna sound like an American when you turned that French accent off.
Where did you learn your English?
So yeah, I thought that was really funny. I'm gonna take a dab.
I'm gonna take a dab. I'm not gonna take a dab. I'll take up another bong rip though.
Okay, cool. Well, that sounds good. Wow.
Okay, my computer is dying right now.
Oh no. Not dying.
Dying. I'll be right back. There's a cord
okay.
right over here. Well, it's
okay.
Right over. Give me a second.
It's close by. She'll be back soon. It'll just be me and the scary looking gnome. And then the pretty fairy. I think that's a fairy over there. I think she has wings. So hello, gnome and fairy. How are you today? Making the wall look very fun and cute. Well, the fairy makes it look fun and cute. Scary gnome makes it look a little scary. So yeah, but I really appreciate you guys being on here, and also anybody who's not watching on WeedTube right now has no idea what I'm talking about. But my view is Mackenzie's her, what is that called, mural wall, and so right in front of me is a scary looking gnome and a very pretty fairy. So and MacDizzle is draping herself with the cord that she will then plug into her computer. Got it?
Are you giving them a play-by?
I am. Well, I'm giving the people who aren't watching a play-by-play. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Everything's good.
Get your mic,
plugged
bitch.
in.
Where's your mic?
Oh, hello.
You're like this. I can hear you. Everything's fine. It's all plugged in. Like, get your fucking mic,
You sounded
bitch.
clear.
Really?
So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sounded far away. Well, I was talking about the scary looking gnome and the. Is she a fairy behind you? She has wings, right?
He has a heart-shaped acid.
I don't know. He's scary a little bit. I don't know. He just made me feel scared. Well, he made me a little scared. But the fairy was comforting me. Is she a fairy or no?
Yeah, she has wings.
Good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, she looks like she has wings back there. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and
well-
then there's the alien up there. She's just like chit-chatting it up with her friends.
who are her friends? She has friends? Oh, okay. She just has alien friends up there. Dude, I started watching this show called Alien Worlds on Netflix. I've been watching it like before I go to bed because the narrator has a really soothing voice. But basically, they created, there's like 4 different episodes, and it's 4 different planets that are like fictional planets that they've created, but it's like with science to back it. So they're like, oh, this is what a planet would look like if it had 2 stars instead of just one, like the sun that we have, and this is what a planet would look like if it was like completely deprived of oxygen, and this is what like a planet would look like if it didn't rotate and only one side faced the sun at all times, like, and the other side was dark at all times. It's really interesting. And then they bring in like the real world that we live in, and it's really cool. So yeah,
It's like super dumb.
it's like freaking awesome, dude. So cool. Okay, I just turned mine on. No,
I'm gonna just take this bong rip. So.
No, wait, like 30 seconds. Wait. Oh my god.
A lot.
That's fine. You can go ahead.
I went to the gym last night at 10 p.m. and it was the biggest mistake of my life.
Oh, was there a bunch of people there?
Oh my god, I thought people like went to sleep.
Don't go. Yeah.
10 p.m. So many people.
Let's talk about it after, yeah. So there was a ton of people.
Yeah, because I used to go to the gym like twice a day. And I remember I would go like in the morning-ish at around like 10 or 11, and it wasn't all that busy. And then I would do a nighttime one, and I would like take a nap, and then I would go. And I feel like I probably was going at like midnight. I just didn't realize that.
How late it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like falling asleep around like 9, and I was waking up at around like 11, and then like going to the gym at like midnight.
Yeah, I can't. Because
midnight was lit. If I nap, oh my god, I'm on board. I can do it, and you just don't nap, and that's your problem.
No, I don't nap. Well, and also even if I had like a day where I really, really slept in, and I was still awake at that time, like I can't like work out like not long before I go to bed. I need like ample time to wind down. But
no, I was up until like 1:30
that night that you went to. Okay, yeah, because that's what
night.
It'll definitely make you. It won't make you stay up like all night, but yeah.
We went to the grocery store, and then I made dinner.
And then
ate
you went
dinner and,
after.
watched it. No. We went to the gym, and then after the 10 p.m., we ate a super late dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we
You went
had
to the gym
lunch at
with
1 or
Rajul?
2.
Did you guys work
Yeah.
out together? Or
Yeah.
do you do different stuff?
It wasn't a good workout. So when I got there, I was having a pretty bad anxiety attack because I didn't realize how many people were gonna be there, and it was just so many people.
Yeah.
And my gym anxiety over the pandemic has gotten insanely horrendous. So I almost cried when I was on the exercise bike. I almost cried. But then
Was
I
that
literally
your
just did
warm up? The bike?
yeah, it's my little warm up. Yeah. So I did 10 minutes there, and then I literally just went to one leg press machine, did a couple sets, and then I was like, this is too overwhelming. I don't like it. Don't want to be here. There's literally 100 men. 100 men there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so overwhelming to have so many guys there.
I so relate to that because my gym is getting more crowded because I think more people are moving to the area, and it's the only one in a multi-mile radius. Maybe not. I guess there's another one not too far, but it's the main one in where I live. So there's more people going. I usually go in the afternoon, between 2 and 4, because there's I feel there's late morning people that come, or lunch break people that come from 11 to 1, and then there's the afternoon people at 5, and so I try to go in between those two. But the week before, I was going at that time, and there was so many people there, and I was like, what the fuck? I literally went to the front and was like, is there something going on that I'm not aware of? Because there are literally double the number of people here than there normally are when I come. Because I don't want to have to wait for anything. I don't want to have to wait for a fucking machine or a piece of equipment or anything. And I have one machine that I really, really love, the Smith machine. It's you can do a lot of things with it, and they only have one in my gym. And so if that's taken, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to figure out a whole whatever. And so I'll just stay. I just go in the room, the workout room, and I just take one spot, and I just don't move, because I'm I don't. And yesterday when I was there was 8 people in the workout room with me, and normally I'm one of 2, maybe 3 people, so there's a lot of space for everybody. And then there was everybody was lined up, and I was like, this sucks. I do not like this. It is not. I do not want to freaking be here when there's a ton of fucking people here. So I totally relate to that. I think my gym wouldn't be as, because what I think happened is the high schoolers got out for the summer, and so they're going to the gym in the middle of the fucking day.
God.
Yes. So that happened. And then one of the people that works at the gym was like, I think people, there's a lot of people who normally work out outside, but you literally cannot work out outside right now. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
So he said that more people were telling him that they were coming inside to work out versus outside. But I was like, can you get these people out of here? There's too many.
Can you make them leave?
Yeah. I'm what the fuck? And and the fact that it's 90% men. I always, if I ever go to which I do when I'm doing upper body, they have a line of benches in front of the mirror. I'm sure they have that at your gym too. It's a line or an area of benches that you can just use for whatever. And every single time I am the only girl, maybe there's one other girl in that weightlifting free weight area.
The girls at my gym are all doing the exact same things. They're all at one of those squat areas, and they're all doing butt exercises. No one is doing anything else. They're all working out their ass.
Yeah.
Every single one. They all have the exact same outfit on too. They have the shorts,
the matching,
the tight spandex shorts, the high socks.
The crew socks. Yeah, Converse, because the Converse keep your feet flat. But I don't have, so that's another thing too. I don't have a lot of the Instagram bitches in my the fitness gurus. I don't have many of those. None
of them were fitness gurus. I mean, maybe a couple of
them. They have
were.
matching outfits, only working glutes. That's a very specific brand of girls in fitness, I feel.
Yeah, you left California, so I'm just surrounded by these.
I think if I was bitches. If I was in the city, I think it'd be a little different, but
that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's true.
So, but yeah, I definitely and yeah, even at my old house, actually, I feel like I saw more people that were wearing matching outfits and the really short shorts, which I love. Love it, girl.
Yeah.
Get it. But yeah,
I
I've
love
seen.
those shorts. I wish I could have like the confidence to wear them somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
only
what I
gonna be
used to
wearing
wear
long
it
leggings
for.
for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I wear those like I wear like biker shorts, but I can't wear like the super short shorts. So,
I
um,
just, yeah.
I feel you though. The
And
gym
on
is a
that note,
scary place. Yeah, we'll go.
we'll
Thank
get
you
out of
so much
here.
for listening. What a fun time
Be
that
nice to
was.
the girlies. Be nice to the girlies at the gym. If you're like a regular gym rat, be nice to the girlies. They
Yes,
need
make
it.
people feel comfortable and wanted. Though I will say I am one of those people that's like, did all of you guys that just fucking got here because it got hot outside and you realize it's summer, fuck you, get out. I've been here consistently and now you're in my way. But I know everybody's on their own journey, and I appreciate anybody just trying to just take care of themselves. Not get skinny, not get fit, not get a fat ass, but just take care of yourself. That's it.
Literally. I want to get so strong. That's what I want.
And
That's
you're
my
already
biggest
so
thing. That's what I've
strong, so it's going to be
decided.
disgusting. You are
Yeah,
you
because I
are
feel like
already
I've been
very
working
strong.
against my body. Like I'm very much working against my body, and I should just like embrace the thick and just get so fucking strong.
Yes, absolutely.
Just like
That's what I'm on. Yeah. Yes. That. Well, yeah, thank you guys for listening. Love you
we'll
all.
see you guys next week. Love you. We'll have a new video out too, like a fun little. It was a what
Yeah,
was
on
it?
MacDizzle's channel on
Smash or
YouTube.
Pass Disney characters.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that'll be on
On
this
WeedTube.
channel.
Oh. Oh.
The
Fun.
Smash or Pass will be on this video or on this channel.
Perfect. Okay, gorgeous.
Duh.
Duh. Okay.
Because
Beautiful.
that was in place of the podcast, you silly
Yeah.
women.
It's coming back to me now. I remember now.
Okay.
Cool. We'll see you guys there. Thanks for coming.
All right. TTYL ILY
Bye,
BYE LOL
BYE.
ROFL LMFAO Raffle Copter.
Raffle my waffle.
Ew.
Not the heavy breathing.